back again, and as I said before in the last video, I'll be fitting the Fuji Racing pitch stop mount, which in this case it's in a gc8 EJ20K power car, so it's literally the easiest thing in the world. I'm going to take off strut brace, disconnect this bit, disconnect this bit, disconnect that, intercooler off, supply pipe from turbo off, and then blow off valve clamp off, and then it's just a case from there of reaching in. If memory serves, behind the intercooler pitch stop mount is just two 14s. Pull that out, pull the old one out, and I'll show you what the old one looks like against the new Fuji Racing one when I get the old one out. So we'll take the braces off for the strut bar. On mine anyway, it's a white line one. To take the centre section of my strut brace off, it's a white line one, because early GC8's are really weird and you can't fit an ordinary SDI one in without hitting the intercooler. It's a 14mm on a ratchet. Take that bolt off, and then the rest is all just flathead screwdrivers if you've still got all the original clamps. If you've upgraded to a front mount, whatever clamps you've used, remove them. It's literally easy. It's the pitch stop mount on top of your gearbox. What I'm doing now is taking the intercooler, hose clamps off, so I can then pull the intercooler and pipework off. Remember as well that they do have brackets on, and it is 12mm. Which I've already got an old one, looks like that. They're not very good at all. They're absolutely terrible. Like that if I can move that with my hand, that's not stopping much flex for your engine, and it's only a thin piece of plastic. The Fuji Racing one, which I'll show you in a second, is a million times better. Just going to go get the old one out first. So, as I was saying before, the original one, not very good. That Fuji Racing one, cannot move that at all, can't bend it, can't flex it. Nice piece of anodized billet instead of the cheap plastic one. Where did I put it? So the difference is that's the dog bone that you want to use, or something along those lines. It doesn't have to be Fuji, against the stock one. You can see the thickness difference alone is going to help. And then the hole in the bearing, in the bushing, move it with my hand, no effort at all. It's soft. This isn't actually that old because I've already replaced this when I got the car, because my car didn't have one when I got the car, and it just didn't feel fantastic. And if you used to rev the engine, you'd see it pitch back and move loads, so hopefully this one will fix that. But as you can see, the weight difference as well, like I can't express. It's just light, bendy, horrible, chunky, very decent, good price, quite cheap actually. I was surprised at how cheap it was, and I can't move the bushes, so I'd rather use this than the other one. Holes. In. Now, all I would say is don't do what I did the first time. I put the plastic one in and go full send and tighten this one up. So what I found worked when I did manage to put it in, get as much lift away as I can, is nip it up so it's a little bit tight, and then if you have a look on the side, there's like a running hole for where that would sit. Get that as far forward as you can before you install it, and it makes life installing a million times easier. Just in case, that's through there. There's the hole. Line it up on the other side and through. Keep that as high up as you can. Push that through. As I said, both nut and bolts are 14s, so, and if you're as OCD as me, you'll have realised the Fuji Racing is upside down, so that's got to be fixed. And yes, it's not, it's on both sides it's upside down, it's not just one. And I believe on the Fuji Racing pitch stop as well, that it's laser etched, or at least it feels like it's been laser etched in, so doesn't feel like a cheap piece of kit, even for how cheap it actually is, which is surprising considering I was originally looking at Perrin ones, and by the time I got a Perrin one in the UK, I was looking at almost double the price for the Perrin one. But all depends on the band, where you are, easy access to everything, so get whatever works best for you. So that is that, loosely installed. Looks much better than stock. If you do want to keep your car looking as stock as possible, they do a stealth series which has the black bushes in as well, so it would help it look more stock, but because mine's under the intercooler and I do want my car to look fairly stock, it'll fit there. Another side note, if you do buy the Fuji, if you do a new age coil pack conversion like I have in an early car, if you paint your rocker covers, the earths won't work, so you have to link an earth. That's what this wire's for. tighten up the back one first, not the front one. Nice and tight. The manual, from what I've found, I can't actually find a torque spec for what the dog bone has to go to, so I've just done it as tight as I can. Intercooler back on. But I love it when your tube leaflets fall off. So you may do it a different way than what I do, but every time I put my intercooler on, I always put my mountain bracket in, the bolt for my mountain bracket in first. So I've got that in, my intercooler can't wander away. Like, I'm not doing it as tight as I can because I still want some flex in it. Oh, literally case, hand tight it up, and then case of doing all the other ones. I am missing the bracket on the other side that should be on this car as well, so it's another way of me being able to line everything up. If you do have a glamorous assist to help you, it's much better. So you don't have to hold and try and tighten with one hand while trying to video. So instead of you just watching it struggle, I'll just show you what it looks like when it's finished. So as you can see, when everything's back together, you can't even tell it's there. Like, can you see it? I can't. So, looks stock, but it's a nice upgrade. Everybody's winning. Yes, my engine bay's a mess, it needs tidying up, but I'll work on that later.